Alright, one thing that is basically needed always and everywhere is a walk cycle, I think, because you always will have character walking in your scenes or in your movies. So learning this would be, I guess, really helpful. And I've made these lines to indicate, this is the ground and this is the height of the character standing normally. I'm gonna use again reference. So I'm gonna use just this one. I don't know. I just went on the internet and searched for walk cycle, and you know what? I used this. I think I used this before, or saw it at least before. So yeah, we have here, like, this is the normal height, of the character. And so we, this is like the head, and this doesn't look good. Wrong layer. Now, yeah. Let's start with the contact pose. Wait, I can show it, with this pose, The contact pose means both feet are on the ground and the new leg is in the front. So the arms, back, like this, and I think this is it's probably already way too long. Let's try it like this. I think the whole thing is way too big to fit into this. Alright, and like here, this is the torso. I think this is a good height, and then the leg goes a bit, it's still too big, like this. I think that's better. Right, then the leg goes a bit back and like this, and this is the like that is, like this left leg, the one further away from the camera. And then this doesn't really look good, but that doesn't matter now at the moment. And let me just I think I need to, let me just move that, and then I think I need to like a bit more like this, so that the foot can still, actually reach the ground like this. I'm gonna push this a bit in. Yeah, that's good enough, I guess. And the arm needs to get long again, but I think doing this with the tool would only make it uglier. Alright, and I forgot something. When, the arm is a bit curvature, but this doesn't look good. I'm not happy how this looks. Looks a bit too extreme, if you know what I mean. So let me just, it looks like he's kind of jogging already, but I don't want this. And the other arm goes like this, and then this here behind the body, basically. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, let's, oh wait, I don't want this walk cycle to, I don't want to go in that direction. Alright, now the down pose, well, kind of brushes, never mind. A down pose means, it's where the body is the lowest. Yeah, I think I need to scale this a bit down. I don't want the head to just grow in size. And here the arm is like the most swing to the back. Does this make sense? I don't know. I don't care. And I think I've made the bit too long. No, it needs to go down like this, not just draw it longer. It means like here, there is his torso. Oh wait, we need, oh no, so down like this, I think. Good enough. At least somewhat good enough. Alright, and this arm is also moving, but they need to be on the same, you know, same height. So hand should be there. This leg is now more forward because it has, you know, he now took this step, put his 100% on the ground, or at least should be like this. Kinda looks like this. I'm not a fan how this looks. This is okay, it's not good, but it's okay, you know. This doesn't look like a walking pose because of this leg. I think I need to shrink it down. Yes, a bit better. Well, let's just continue and then we can fix it later. So the pass pose is the next one. It's not the up pose. However, it is it's a bit higher than the contact pose, you know. Wait, let me just, you know, trace this and then I'm lifting it up, you know, like this. And the up pose then would be like this, but the pass pose is more like this. That means, yeah, and it's, I think the pass pose, it's called that way because like the arms pass, you know, like the body, you know, it's where they're in their kind of, you know, neutral position, and the legs as well are, you know, the leg is passing forward, you know, the one that was behind, it's now passing forward. I guess that's why it's called the pass pose, you know. So the arms, like, I think they're actually pretty good, but they now, you know, like up here, need to be up here, and, you know, just have this bit of like tilt in it that you have when you like just let them hang, you know, but they're still moving, so I guess, you know, a bit, but that's too low, no, because there it goes. But this leg, you know, the front leg, now it should be straight, you know, so just like this. However, I still need some place for the feet, like this. Yeah, that's actually pretty okay. I'm gonna keep it that way. I think this is, you know, maybe like this, but in the reference I'm having here, it's like really exaggerated, but I think I keep it this way, you know, just maybe have to rework these other drawings. And now we have the up pose, so let me just, you know, so that I have like a good base for the scale. Let me just, he's like pushing himself forward with the foot. You know, let's first make the body and the legs, and then the arms come at last. So it's like still straight, you know, but not like this. It's not, maybe I even need to make it a bit more like this, you know, because he's pushing up, but that's not good. Yeah, like that. Let me just, yeah, it does. Well, you get the motion, but it's, I have to rework these first few, these first two frames, I guess. They are way too exaggerated, if that's the right word. You know, and here the foot should be in the air actually, but let's keep it that way, you know, a bit more grounded. But maybe I can lift it up a bit like this, you know. I don't need this, you know. I want a more grounded walk, and then the arms from here to here. Yeah, like this. And there, you know, is the other arm. I think I'm actually very happy with these two drawings, but you know, like this is still okay, you know, maybe I can keep that, but this is way too much, you know, like you get the sense of motion here, but yeah, no, it's in the end, you know, let's finish this first up. You know, we have now the second contact pose, you know, it's basically the first one, just the other way around, you know, the leg, this one, that was, you know, this was, you know, the legs and arms positions are switched. And wait, let me just, you know, I don't need to trace it, but, you know, I want to at least put it over so that I know, you know, it keeps the size. And I think that already did grow a bit in size. So maybe let's make it a bit smaller, you know, so that it doesn't keep on growing. You know, I think this set was a bit smaller than this one. Yeah, it grew over time, so let's make this one still. I can still fix it. You know, make it a bit. I'm making it a bit smaller, and then this one maybe 2. And the other 2 should be fine. This one not as much, but still a bit, you know. Yeah, no, I think that's good. So contact pose again. Goes, I don't know, up there, and the rest is leg. Maybe a bit like this. And, you know, like this. And now his arm is forward, you know, like this. And the other arm is back like this, and this leg is behind, and it's needs to have contact. I'm not happy with these feet thingies that I draw, but you know, they get the job done. I'm actually way more happy with this contact pose than with the other, so I think I'm gonna try and make the other in a similar style, but wait, like this is better, but it's way too huge, so make it a bit smaller, like this maybe, but maybe just maybe, like, I guess this is fine. Oh, I could save. Then let's just wait. How about, yeah, this, I think this figure is too small, so maybe that was more the problem, the other one being too big. Anyway, this doesn't look good. No, this doesn't really look good. I guess because it's too angled, this arm. Now it's better. You know, let's, yes, it here, like it takes a big step, and here it's, you know, these are more like normal walking, and this is like, no, that's a big step. You know, there's like a hole here on the ground, and he just walks over it and has to take a big step. It looks more like this. Alright, but now the next down pose. Let me just trace this again. Down. Maybe I don't even need to make it that much. Right, just, you know, a bit so it gets the job done. And then we have here, let's just draw the rest of the body. Now the legs, the down pose. So it's flipped. My reference only shows like one cycle, but no problem. I can do it myself, hopefully. So the front leg needs to be back, and it's too big, like this. And the second foot. No, I guess this is okay actually. And here his arm just grew for whatever reason, but it did. Shouldn't do that. I am now noticing I think the body itself, you know, like the torso, isn't that consistent. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, the other arm, you know, they need to still have the same height, I guess. But this doesn't look good. No, this doesn't look good, I guess. You know, pass, and the up are still needed. And then I think I have it. So yeah, this was this post. This is relatively easy, you know, straight leg. However, now this one is the one passing, you know, if I get it correctly. Yeah, I do. You know, and this one is the straight one in this case. Yeah, something like this, I guess. Doesn't really look good. Anyway, not arms. So they're again just, you know, a bit down like this. And the up pose, the last one, bit up, then again, I don't know, you know, a bit tilted forwards, like he's really pushing himself up, because that's basically what he's doing. So let's try to make it look like he's actually. I guess this is the best I can do now. I have the feeling that these legs grow in size. Alright, and now this arm is a bit to the back. And I think you can only see the hand of the other one. So now let's try and space this out on 3s. Time this on 3s. And then just see how it looks. Let's see. I mean, it's a walk cycle, isn't it? But I guess there's one problem. Up, and then it should flow better into the next. You know, like I said, this is way too extreme. The up, this is the pass, this is the down pause. Yeah, so let me fix this really quick. And then I need to, I guess this should already do the trick. Alright, no, still this leg, especially like here, it's tilted too much, if I had to guess. And then just try this. This looks better, I guess, but here we have a problem. It doesn't flow good into, I know why. Let me try this. Is this better? Nope, it's not better. I need to tilt this leg more. Let's try this. This looks better. I would say this, you know, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. You know, the feet's size alone is all over the place. But, you know, at least it looks like someone's walking. You know, maybe if I just scale this, holy shit, that's really huge. If I scale this down a bit, maybe make it a bit longer and scale it down a bit more. Maybe this looks better now, because my time is a bit running out at this moment. So I have to, but I want to finish it before I have to go. Yeah, I would say this is good enough for now. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and until next time, where I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I figured out. Bye.